us conduct this meeting with the vision to see the best of things to come, the divine wisdom to make informed decisions for our district, and most of all, faith that you are with us every step of the way. We also pray for the safety and health of all people during these challenging times in our lives. We ask all of this in your holy name.
Amen. Amen. Elders, lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the roll. Yes, sir. Ms. Batten. Ms. Bell. Ms. Thomas.
here.
Ms. Fertitta. Ms. Hoover. Dr. Diop. Ms. Bourgeois.
Here.
Mr. Dufresne.
Here.
Mr. Schwest. Here. Mr. Plazon.
Here.
Mr. Duplantis.
Here.
Mr. Lafont. Mr. Archer.
Here.
Mr. Bernard. Here. Ms. Chavez. You got 4.
I will start with item number 2, and this is the Lafourche Parish School District student staff and group recognition, and we'll turn it over to our communication director, Mr. Dean.
Good evening. Good evening. Tonight, we take a moment out from our meeting to celebrate the accomplishments of students, staff, and citizens in our parish who contribute to making Lafourche Parish Public Schools one of the great school systems in our state. With that, I'll turn it over to Mr. Kenny Delcom, and he will call out your name. You'll come, receive your award. I'll take a picture, and then we'll post it online for you guys to grab. Does that sound okay? That sound okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay. Mr. Delcom.
The first student to be recognized this evening earned a first place at the LHSAA State Indoor Track Meet for triple jump. This student championship jump measured 40 feet, 6.75 inches, which broke the 1997 state meet record and set the state indoor record, the LSU Fieldhouse record, and was also registered as the 5th best in the nation this year. With this win, she is now a 3-time state champion. Additionally, she also finished as a runner-up in the long jump competition at the state meet as well. From Central Lafourche High School, Kiana Gabriel.
That's why she's so good.
How many of you are disappointed you didn't get a chance to see her?
They're always running.
The next set of recognitions goes to these students who placed on the first team all-district soccer team, and all of these students are from Thibodeau High School. The first student, Siaka Coulibaly.
Get it good.
Yeah.
Next, we have Brody Hendricks. Next, we have Miss Riley Roulette. Abby Idrick. Next we have Miss Mary Grace Valella. Miss Abby Barbera. And finally, the offensive MVP of the whole district, Miss Mallory Scriven. Next, we have a group of students to be recognized. These students placed on the second team all-district, also for the sport of soccer. Again, all from Thibodeau High School. Mr. Hayden Zarang. Next is Jia Hang Hu. Next we have Miss Ava Hurd. And finally, Kaylin Idros. Moving on, this next student won the grand champion Pygmy Doe, the grand champion LA Bred Pygmy Doe, and received the FFA Superintendent of Education Award from Thibodeau High School, Michaela Dempster. We would recognize this student tonight as a student who was selected for an internship with the United Homa Nations Language Project from Thibodeau High School, Colin Claymore. These three students that we're recognizing next from South Lafourche High School all won first place at Literary Rally. First student, Intro to Business Computer Applications, Leah Pontiff. In accounting, Gabrielle Idry. Sorry about that. And in business computer applications, Alyssa Dufresne. The following student placed third at the state beta convention in 10th grade mathematics from Central Lafourche High School, Destiny Broussard. Next, we would like to recognize a student who is advancing to the National 4-H Contest, which will be held in Louisville, Kentucky. Miss Kristen Richard. This next student from Lockport Middle School placed first and advanced to regional in various competitions, several of them actually. Mr. K. Reshore. This next student placed first and overall grand champion, and also had a third place finish in another division, Miss Adriana Ewing. Next student, also from Lockport Middle, placed first in her division, the crawfish, Ms. Brooke Escalante. This next student from Lockport Middle, placed first in 4 separate competitions, Mr. Matthew Reshore. This next student from Lockport Middle placed first and also had multiple other top finishes in different categories. Zaylee Falgood. Our next outstanding student from Lockport Middle School to be recognized, Miss Madeline Fossum. And finally, from Lockport Middle School, Miss Tony Arnold. some group recognitions. This team won first place at Louisiana State Beta Convention for character performance from Central Lafourche High School, and I'll just list all of the names here. They can come up at once as a team. Miss Layla Zerlot, Miss Annalise Rios Gonzalez, Emma Jimenez, Kylie Lejeune, Catherine Bourgeois, Gabrielle Parks, Erin DeGrees, and Elena Luzaro.
There's some parents. Hold on. Look at mom. All right, good job, get ready.
This next team won second place at Louisiana State Beta Convention for two-dimensional banner design. And again, I'll name all of the team members. Emma Jimenez, Erin Zarang, Gabrielle Parks, Courtney Bro, and Zoe Villiak.
Just me.
The final recognition this evening for a group that won first place in the Regional Social Studies Fair for the History Group Division from LaRose Cutoff Middle School, Michaela Bienvenu and Noah Smith.
Perfect. Hold on, hold on, go left, go left. Good job. We're good? Okay, so I just wanted to really quickly say that we're about to have a board meeting. You're more than welcome to hear about all the great things we're about to have happen here in Lafourche Parish. But in all seriousness, thank you for what you're doing for the kids in Lafourche Parish. These kids wouldn't be doing what they're doing without the support of their families. We appreciate what you do, and it's so nice to see this room packed with people and doing what we are meant to do, which is interact with one another and engage in all the wonderful things that they're doing. So thank y'all for being here. Thank you for what you do, and have a great night.
Letter B of the agenda. Let me just preface this by saying it's required by the board members that throughout the year they need to accumulate a certain amount of hours, in this case 6 hours, for training and instruction as far as being school board members is concerned. And there are individuals on the school that have gone over and above that, and we'd like to recognize those people today. So I'll turn it over to our superintendent.
Yes, sir. So we have 3 board members that have completed 20-plus hours of training for the 2021 calendar year, officially designated as a certified school board member by the Louisiana School Board Association. That is Mr. Tyler Dufresne, Ms. Marion Fertitta, and Mr. Barry Plaisel.
We'll just get to it.
Put her in the middle.
between the thorns.
All right.
Suitable for free. Congratulations, and we'll continue with number 3, the approval of board consent agenda. And with that said, Mr. Peter, would you like me to read it? Let me read it, and then we'll get to your particular point a little bit later. All right, approval of board consent agenda. If you don't mind, I'll read all of them, then I'll ask for a motion and things of that nature. Approval of board consent agenda items. A, B, minutes of regular board meeting held March 9, 2022. C, minutes of board member in service held April 4, 2022. D, superintendent's quarterly report for the period January to March 2022. E, observance in the schools, National School Librarian Day, April 4, 2022. Paraprofessional Appreciation Day, April 6, 2022. National Assistant Principals Week, April 4th through the 8th, 2022. Administrative Professional Day, April 27th, 2022. Teacher Appreciation Week, May 2nd through the 6th, 2022. School Lunch Hero Day, May 6th, 2022. School Nurses Day, Wednesday, May 11th, 2022. And National Police Week, May 15th through the 21st, 2022. So moved. Do we have a second? Ms. Goodread, any comments from the board? Any comments from the public? If not, let's vote. Unanimous, okay, thank you to the board. We'll go on to number 4, approval of land and facility management committee recommendations as per meeting held March 22nd, 2022. Mr. Blazons.
Thank you, Mr. President. A, to accept the low bid in the amount of $480,800 for 4A Contracting Group LLC for ADA modifications to restrooms at the 3 high school stadiums. So moved.
Any second, who was second? Any discussion? Public discussion? Not, let's vote, please. Unanimous. Okay, Mr. Blazons.
B, to accept the request to advertise for bids when construction documents are complete for the generator connection point project at Thibodeau High School. So moved.
Do we have a second? Mr. Lavin. Board discussion? Public discussion? And it's unanimous. Mr. Blazons.
C, to consider awarding the lowest bid received for ceiling tiles to Barrett Interiors for storm-related repairs. So moved.
Do we have a second? Mr. Schwartz. Board comment? Public comment? Let's vote, please.
D, to consider awarding the highest score proposal received from Ritter Consulting Engineers for district environmental services and take appropriate action. So moved.
Do we have a second? Ms. P, board discussion? Public discussion? Let's vote, please. Anderson. One more, Mr. Blaisdell.
To accept the low bid in the amount of $1,466,915 from Edward J. Lafourche Metalworks Incorporated for the Phase 1 re-roofing project at LaRose Cutoff Middle School. So moved.
Do we have a second? Mr. Dufresne. Any board comment? Public comment? Not, let's vote. Thank you, sir. Anderson. I knew there was one big answer. Let's look at the approval of the advisory committee recommendation as per meeting held April 4, 2022. Announcements for these.
Thank you, Mr. President. To accept the renewal quote from Carmel Grove for building and content coverage and drone non-ownership liability coverage with a combined premium of $2,222,516, and to reject terrorism coverage, and to authorize the superintendent to sign all documents related to the renewal. So moved.
Mr. Giat, Dr. Giat, excuse me, do we have a board discussion?
Just a point of clarification, was the quote from Carmel Grove, or was it from an insurance company? What, Carmel's the insurance company advisor, is my understanding.
Is that correct? That is correct, yes, sir. Any,
Well, which company was it?
It was several. It was several.
She's here if you want to call her up.
would you like Mr. Brewer to address that?
Just, I thought that would be good for the public record if we had.
Well,
no record
let's,
of companies
and
that-
I agree, let's let Ms. Brewer discuss that.
Hi.
Thank you, Ms. Brewer.
Hi,
Oh, did she?
I am the consultant for the board, and I give them advice and give them my opinion on the insurance. The actual agent who you work with is a local agent, Jones Insurance Agency. So I'm just the consultant. I'm not the person actually writing the policies for you. I'm just helping you through that process, is all it is. But while I'm here, one quick point. The numbers that I gave you on Monday night that you're getting ready to approve is actually, tonight, it's gonna be about 40,000 less than that number from Monday night. Your agent and broker really went to bat, and they're still working with the carriers, beating on them, asking them to please give any credits that they can. So the number tonight that you're approving is gonna be 40,305 less than the total from Monday night.
Very good.
Does that require an amendment then? I'm gonna ask our parliamentarian, should we amend that original motion?
That's the man, right,
So
Mr.
technically, yes, it should be amended to reflect the exact amount and to reflect the company that we're receiving the coverage from, or at least the agent of the company that we're receiving it from. So I would like to make a motion to amend the coverage that we're about to approve and let it reflect that it's from Jones Insurance Agency and the exact number.
The exact
that
number is
going
gonna be 2,182,211.
I second.
Any discussion? Can we, the first thing we need to do is vote on the amendment. Can we reread the amendment to make sure we all understand what we're voting?
So the amendment reflects the access of the insurance agency to be Jones Insurance Agency of Thibodeau, and the exact number that Ms. Bro has quoted, if she would quote it at an additional time.
$2,182,211.
And that is the amendment I move forward.
Okay. Any other comments from any other board? Do we have a second?
I'll
All right, Ms. Bowden. Any discussion? Any public? Yes, Ms. Burrow.
I would just like to
Excuse me,
say,
Ms. Bowden.
I would just like to say thank you guys very much. We will take any credits and any deductions from the house. Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Bootery, thanks for bringing that up. We ended up not only informing the public, but we got good news as well. All right, any other comments? Yes, Ms.
I
Bootery.
just wanted to tell the public that we spent a lot of time going over these numbers. It's not just a random number or we accepted exactly what they gave us or they quoted us. It's something that we discussed and talked about and took things out that we felt we didn't need. So thank you, Ms. Caldwell, for working with us and getting that done.
Not a problem.
Any other comments from this place?
I don't think anyone should be surprised that it's a large increase from last year due to what we went through. So not a surprise, but thanks for keeping it down as much as possible. Thank you all.
Any other comments? Any public comments? All right, let's vote on the amendment. Then we'll vote on the handbook. All those in favor? Okay, we're going to need a motion to vote on the amendment, the original motion as amended. All right, do we have a motion there? Ms. Bell, do we have a second? Ms. Bell. All right, any discussion? All right, can we read the motion as amended for the record?
So I would take a shot at it,
No,
Mr.
just-
President.
She's got it.
To accept the renewal quotes from Ms. Carmel Bro as proposed by Jones Insurance Agency of Thibodeau for the building and contents coverage and the drone non-ownership liability coverage with a combined premium of $2,182,211 to reject terrorism coverage and to authorize the superintendent to sign all documents related to the renewal. So moved.
That's a mouthful. A second. Mr. Booth. Any comments at this time from the comments from the public? Not? Let's vote. And vote again. Unanimous. Thank you. Okay, Ms. Bootery, thank you for bringing that up. It was a good discussion, and let's move on.
To accept the low bid in the amount of $1,637,500 from Thompson Construction LLC for the HVAC replacement at the Bayou Community Academy as it relates to the new Thibodeau Middle School project. So moved.
We have a second. Mr. Dufresne. Comment from the board. Comments from the public. Let's vote, please. Stephen?
To authorize the approval of license renewals for Aruba Networking E-rate eligible equipment in the amount of $297,826.60 for a period of 5 years, and non-E-rate eligible equipment in the amount of $22,738.40 for a period of 5 years. So moved.
We have a second. Mr. Archer. Comments from the board? Comments from the public? Not, let's vote. And it's unanimous. Peter?
D, to approve the purchase of Palo Alto Next Generation Bundled Firewall and related software and support in the amount of $262,230. So moved.
Do we have a second? Mr. Place. Board discussion, public discussion. Let's vote. And it's unanimous. And the last one is
E, to accept the quote from Transformix LLC to perform a migration of our on-premise Exchange email system to Microsoft 365. So moved.
do we have a second? Ms. Bouchard. Comment from the board, comment from the public. Let's vote, please. And it's unanimous. Thank you, Ms. Tatum. That was a mouthful. Appreciate it. All right, let's look at new business, number 6. This is good news coming up. Yes, sir. Mr. Superintendent.
Yes, sir. The recommended action is to approve a one-time stipend for all full-time employees based on $2,000 for certificated or professional employees and a $1,000 stipend for all support employees. As explained at this week's in-service, this is going to give a much-needed stipend to all of our certificated people for $2,000 as we complete this school year, and $1,000 to our non-certificated people as we complete what has absolutely been the most challenging work year for most of our employees.
So moved.
Peter, do we have a second? Mr. Bouchard. All right, how about some comments from the board?
What would, Mr. Martin, what will be the total cost of the district? And it's my understanding that this will be paid from the ESSER fund, is that correct?
Yes, sir. The dollar value is north of $3 million for this run. This is all being paid through the SRF funds, as they're called. That's it.
Ms. Beck, comment?
I want to say thank you to you, Mr. Martin, and also to Mr. Vaughn, for you guys really working hard to put this in place. You know, anytime we can get more money in our teachers' hands, our staff support, they deserve it. So thank you guys very much for making this happen.
Comments? Well, and I sort of want to echo that as well. I want to thank the financial department, the staff, actually, to make this a reality, not only for our teachers, for our support personnel, and hopefully good times will be coming back for all of our teachers and support people. They deserve it. They deserve it. With that said, Mr. Bouchard.
I just want to say thank you to all of our employees for sticking with us through these challenging times and giving 110% of themselves each and every day, because it's all about our students and student achievement, preparing them for success after high school. And I can't thank them enough for all that they do, because it's not an easy job. It certainly isn't. All of us who serve on the board know that it has many challenges. So thank you to all of our employees for sticking by us and doing what's best for the kids.
Well said. Any other comments from the board?
Okay,
Mr.
I'm
Flynn.
gonna come out and ask, because I know everybody else is gonna ask it also. We're just hitting the bank accounts.
Nate.
Y'all heard that, public?
Thank you. So it'll be May 25th, and then we'll go from there after that.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Okay, we've had a vote now, so let's vote. And it's unanimous. That was good news. Good way to stop with the only thing on new business. So let's talk now about memorial resolutions, and we'll start with Mrs. Carolyn Stilts, retired assistant principal, Ms. Back.
Ms. Carolyn Stilts was hired by the Lafourche Parish School District on August 26, 1974, as a teacher at South Thibodeau Elementary School. She was promoted to assistant principal at Thibodeau Elementary School on January 7, 1999. She also served as assistant principal at Sixth Ward Middle School. Ms. Stilts retired on June 15, 2007, having served the Lafourche Parish School District for a total of 33 years.
I do have comments.
All right, comments?
Yes, I taught with Ms. Stokes for many, many years, and she was a great teacher, a really good assistant principal, and I know that her family will miss her, and I'd like to send our condolences to her husband and her daughter.
Thank you, Mrs. Mrs. Cynthia Bollinger Landry. Mrs. P.
Ms. Cynthia Bollinger Landry was hired by the Lafourche Parish School District on January 18, 1980, as a teacher at Thibodeau High School. She retired on June 2, 2001, having served the Lafourche Parish School District for a total of 21 years.
Mrs. Deborah Freeman, retired paraprofessional. Ms. Bourgeois.
Ms. Deborah Freeman was hired by Lafourche Parish School District on September 21st, 1992, as a paraprofessional at Wasteland Upper Elementary School. Ms. Freeman retired on November 6, 2012, having served the Lafourche Parish School District for a total of 20 years.
Thank you. Ms. Ophelia Lafourche. Oh, I'm sorry, Ms. Blazon.
This one's a little tough. I'm friends with both her sons, Jared and Jamie. I grew up with them actually from Rockwood. From when we were, I don't know, 8, 10 years old, we've been really good friends with them. And we moved to Raceland. And I know she's sorely missed by Mr. Rodney and her kids. And definitely sending their our condolences. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Blazon. No, they'll appreciate it. Ms. Ophelia Lafourche, Ms. Archer.
Thank you, Mr. President. Ms. Ophelia Lafourche was hired by the Lafourche Parish School District on March 12, 1968, as the school secretary at the Rose Cutoff Junior High School. Ms. Lafourche retired on December 30, 1984, having served the Lafourche Parish School District for a total of 16 years of experience.
Thank you, Ms. Archer. Mrs. Selma Lawson. Mrs. Selma Lawson was hired by the Lafourche Parish School District on March 5, 1981, as a paraprofessional at Grayson Middle School. Ms. Lawson passed away on March 29, 2022, having served the Lafourche Parish School District for a total of 41 years. Mrs. Bennett.
I would like to say that many years ago when I first started my career in education, I taught at Raceland Junior Hall, and Ms. Selma was there as a para with our special needs students. And I will tell you that she always had a smile on her face. She was always so kind, and those were her children, and she took such good care of the kids that were in her care. She was wonderful. I'm sure she's going to be missed by many people.
Ms. Bourgeois.
Yes, Selma was a classmate of mine and also a friend, and I agree, always a smiling face and a loving heart. She loved and was loved by so many. She will be fondly remembered and deeply missed.
Any other comments on Ms. Lawson? Mr. Dugan.
I first met Ms. Lawson when I was a student at Raceland Middle School, and then again when I served as a substitute teacher. And as both of these board members inside of me stated, she always had a smile on her face, very loving and kind person, a beautiful lady inside and out. And I know she will be missed by everyone at the Raceland Middle School family.
It's my understanding she was still employed upon her passing, so thank you for this time. I'm sure the family does appreciate that. With that said,
Mr. President, I move that these resolutions be adopted by general consent and that a copy of these resolutions be recorded on a special page of our minute book.
no objections, let the record reflect that these resolutions are adopted by general consent and will be recorded on the special page of our minute book. Thank you for that. Moving on, number 8, the superintendent's update, to receive an update from Superintendent Martin on the current operations within the school district.
Thank you, Mr. President. Fortunate to have an in-service with you all this week, so my report this week will be rather brief as I was able to give a lot of that previously. We are in the process of staffing right now. That process begins at the school level with transfers. So the transfer window closed for our employees a few weeks ago, and right now principals are in the process of interviewing those prospective candidates for their schools from those internal transfers. After those transfers are complete, we'll be looking at all of the applicants for those positions that are not in our school system. And this week, our HR department was at Nicholls State University trying to actively recruit all of the candidates that are coming out of the universities. But of course, the challenge that we face in this era that we're in is that fewer and fewer students are leaving the colleges of education. So we're excited about the REACH program. Our MOU with that universities can provide a pathway for paraprofessionals to become certified teachers, and we'll be coming up with very unique and innovative ways to take folks from any profession that have a desire to work with children and become teachers to put them in the classroom, as I do believe that that's going to be something we have to do moving forward. We're also staffing for our upcoming summer academy. We have hired and identified those folks that are going to serve as site leaders. Many of them are assistant principals, administrative assistants, and educators in our schools, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them to learn the role of a school principal on a little bit smaller scale on the campuses of other principals. So it's a win-win for us in that we get the added service and benefit of what they do, but also the development that they're going to receive will benefit not only them, but us in the long run. From financial standpoint, we've been working closely with Jim Ryan, Mr. Marcus Lambert, and Jason Akers with Foley and Udell, and we hope to close on the 12th of April. If we can get the language of the documents done, JP Morgan Chase is going to be the folks that are going to be giving us the access to $150 million for that first tranche, being a $90 million pool that we're going to get upon closing. So you should be hearing from me within the next few days. Ms. Ortiz and I are going to be in close communication with our financial advisor and bond attorney to make sure that that process goes smooth. We also hope to receive property tax in the next few weeks, as that's been delayed because of the process that had to reassess all the values, and we're looking at a $10 million reduction in that revenue, but we hope to get the reduced revenue very, very soon. And the silver lining in this dark cloud that I just presented is in fact sales tax revenue, which is running about $1 million up per month from the previous year's collections. Looking ahead, we have over 1,000 students signed up for our summer program already. The program is going to be probably even bigger than last year. We've partnered with a number of folks. I was on the phone with one of our board members that works at Fletcher earlier, and we just established a new partnership with the STEM initiative that we're excited about as well. So the summer program looks very good, and we anticipate having a lot of kids involved in it. We also have a plan that will be presented to the board for approval very soon for our students at Bayou Elementary. We are trying to establish a school, such as the Hvac Elementary School. We can house these students while their school gets repaired, and that plan should be presented to the board for approval very, very soon. And last, of course, I'm going to close with, we're still going to be in the business of permanent repairs for quite some time. I know we all know that, but patience is going to be required from both us and the community, because we've got to get architectural drawings approved, we've got to get it out to bid, then we've got to get a contractor, and then we have to resource both materials and labor to make that happen. So we're excited about the road ahead, because we know it's going to lead to a better school district, but it's going to take some time. Thank you.
Any comments for the superintendent? Ms. Bootham?
I was excited for us to vote on roofing, permanent roofing of LCO, that process is starting to roll, so that's a great thing. And as I was coming to the board meeting tonight, it was so nice to see some steel structure going up on the new.
Oh, yes, wasn't that nice? I drove by
So
too. Yes.
progress is happening, and that's such a good thing to see.
And I was so pleased as well to be able to debunk a lot of rumors that have been going around about school closures and things of that nature. So that was an opening for us to debunk those rumors. So any other comments from the superintendent's report? Let me say this before we get into our future meetings, that really was a good meeting tonight. I'm glad we were able to recognize our student, staff, and group in the school district, and of course our colleagues, Mr. dear friend, Mr. Plaisance and Mr. Petita, and that turned out to be very good, and it's good that we were able to recognize. With that said, tentative dates of future meetings. Policy and Procedure Committee, Tuesday, April 19, 2022. Transportation Committee, Tuesday, April 19, 2022. Land and Facility Management Committee, Tuesday, April 19, 2022. Insurance Committee, Wednesday, April 20th, 2022. Finance Committee, Wednesday, April 20th, 2022. Academics Committee, Wednesday, April 20th, 2022. Advisory Committee, Monday, May 2nd, 2022. And our next regular school board meeting will be Wednesday, April 4th, 2022. Mr. Archer?
Yes, with all that being said, thank you, Mr. President. Special thanks to Mr. Marty, Ms. Quinn, Ms. Crystal, and Mr. Dean for fantastic in-service from the evening. They worked behind the scenes to make sure that all of this was a success. So special thanks to them.
Very, very good. We'll be sending out a memo to the board indicating when our next in-service will be, and there'll be some questions that we'll take a survey on that, and then we'll see what will develop based on the survey. Ms. Hvac.
I just would like to go ahead and just invite everybody tomorrow night. We have a premiere of the movie My Ascension. It's a big anti-suicide, suicide prevention. We are going to be having this at Central Lafourche High School. It's so touching, it's so powerful. It's open to the public, there's not a cost, you just ask that you register so that we know ahead of time how many people are going to be there. So I would like to invite everybody and remind the public about this event tomorrow.
Very good.
The doors are going to open closer to 5. The actual movie, I think, starts at 6. And the daughter, she's the daughter of Nancy Benoit, who's a Timber High graduate in the 90s. Afterwards, Emma is actually going to be there, and there's going to be like a small presentation. It's well worth the time if you have the time to go into it.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Any other comments from any board members? None said, this meeting is adjourned.